Hey up viewers and vieweresses, you're watching me, General Strategist, doing more of the Stanley Parable. It's episode 6 now, I think. And as you remember, in the last episode we did a load of stuff with the broom closet, the boss's office, the executive bathroom, escape pod ending and all that. This episode I'm thinking we're going to go to the staircase that leads to the boss's office, but this time we're going to go straight down. We're not going to bother with going up.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I was just going to keep an eye out for computer screens whilst I'm going through this. Because apparently, as you remember, I think it was in the last episode, we saw that computer screen with input on its screen. And we clicked it and it did like input received. Apparently, like if you constantly play the game, and you keep pressing screens like that, you can get another ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So apparently it's supposed to be called the Heaven ending. I've been told about this by my good friend Phil. Here we are.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Oh, no fancy dialogue? Just reset back to the original.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope. We're going down. Ah! Yes! I recall that this door wasn't open last time I came down here.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
How's your car down here?
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Creepy.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
No, not the car.
He just
not the car.
found the words for it.
Fucking car.
Dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream.
Oh dear.
Oh
no.
What relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Oh yeah?
He thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Creepy,
So,
creepy.
He imagined himself flying.
Flying?
He began to gently float above the ground.
Oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield. And it too appeared. It was so much fun.
Nice.
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken
Still a bit
up.
creepy though.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
What's this?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Yes, very good question.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Oh no.
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
It's cause for a drink of water.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
But you're not in control, are you?
So he closed his eyes gently,
Oh.
and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
All right.
the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Let me guess, he's not going to wake up.
I wish it to be
Or when he
over.
does, he's still going to be
Let me go
here.
back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
Right.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
Not really.
Everything will be fine.
You're a character in a video game, you're not normal.
I am okay.
Oh, no, you're not. I'm guessing. Hey, told you he'd be still here. He'd still be here, rather.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be.
It's going red.
I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Oh.
And everything went black.
What? What? Is it? What? What is? What? Hey?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Who?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Yes,
and
we
in
do.
that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Oh God, what a bitch.
Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh jeez, God. Somebody more concerned with their career than with a man dead on the sidewalk. What next? Oh, okay. So that was that route. Still got time to keep going, though.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office,
What?
is it? Is this Stanley's office?
No, this... No, Stanley's office is there, mate. It's 427. What are you on about? Pencil sharpener! What was that about, then? Sounds like the narrator's getting a little bit confused. Confused is... Oh! Awaiting input. Put that in there. Put that shit in there, son. So what should we do next? I think we'll go right this time. 'Cause I think there's a load of ways to go there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Now, I remember we went down that elevator that was there, didn't we, in a previous episode? But now, let's go straight forward instead, this time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Whoa. Oh. Say. It's all this. Like a giant warehouse, I mean... A bit ridiculous, actually, come to think of it. I mean, how the heck do you get to all those boxes up there? Unless you've got, like, a crane or something, I don't know. Shit! Shit! Shit!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in
Oops.
control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I didn't mean to do that.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay, that was unintended. I did not mean for that to happen. Damn. Well, you know what, actually I think I'll wrap this episode up here. That's actually quite a good ending to go out on. So, yes, hope you enjoyed this episode and hope you'll join me for episode 7. We'll go back down to there, to that large warehouse, and we'll try actually not dying this time. So, hope you'll join me. Yeah, I've said this actually, what am I doing? I'm just repeating myself now. So, goodbye!